Hey everyone, undone here, and welcome to the bonus episode of Ratchet & Clank. Last time we cleared the game, defeated Drek, and saved what remains of the Solana Galaxy. Today, now that we've beaten the game, there are several things we can check out. The big things being challenge mode and the gold weapons. And of course, we never got the RYNO, so we need to get that as well. So there's a few things we need to show off, and we'll get right to it. Starting off, as the help desk lady has stated, we can start a new game with our current weapons and bolts. This is challenge mode, a staple of the Ratchet & Clank series. Let's get started with it. Go ahead and make a save right here. And we will, of course, be starting off with the cutscenes that open the game, but we've seen these before, so bye Ratchet. And bye Clank. Oh, they really did have to break this up into multiple independent cutscenes, huh? Alright, back on Veldin, they have, I can promise you they have flipped my controls around, so we need to fix that. Jerks. I much prefer when my right goes right and my left goes left. I don't know why they call this inverted. This is how it should be. Okay, so one of the things the help desk lady mentioned is the goodies menu. This unlocks upon beating the game and shows you several things we can take a look at. First off is skill points. We've already got all of them, but if there's any you miss, you can use this to take a look and see which ones. We can also view the credits again. There are cheats we can unlock, which we have not done yet, but once we've done that, we can activate them here. Cinematics shows the cutscenes between levels, including the infobots. And then the in-level movies are the cutscenes that play during the level. You can only watch the ones for the current level you're in. There's 4 more options, but we'll be getting to those soon. At the end of the bonus episode, we'll get to them. Alright, so we start off with, of course, all of our weapons that we had throughout the game. Unfortunately, we are missing the gadgets, except for the PDA, because it's worthless, so might as well keep it. But yeah, they get rid of all of our gadgets because those are largely story progress related, so fair enough. I'm going to go ahead and begin playing through the game again, and I will meet you on Kerwin, which will be our first actual destination. It appears I was mistaken, Kerwin is not our first destination, Novalis is, specifically because of this. In challenge mode, there is now a teleportation room, or a teleportation pad to the gold weapons room, which is a new thing here on Novalis. It is basically the same as the same room on the Gemlik base, but now we have access to 10 golden weapons. If we were to collect enough bolts, we could buy all of these golden weapons with our gold bolts, and just generally have an incredibly upgraded arsenal. Unfortunately, I don't have nearly the money for it right now, so we'll be getting to that in due time. For now, I'm going to continue through the game, and eventually we'll get to the point where we can just grind out tons of money. And then we'll be able to get the gold weapons, as well as that RYNO. Alright, I have made it to Kerwin, and specifically I made it far enough to get the helipack. So, now with the helipack, we're able to unlock all the cheat codes in the game. The first code we're going to get, it's probably a good idea to head over here to start. We're going to start right on the edge and oh, no. Backflip, backflip, backflip. Crouch for 1 second. Stretch jump. Oh fuck, god damn it. Sometimes the controls don't want to work with you, which is unfortunate. Like right there, what the heck was that? 2, 3, crouch, stretch jump, and glide. Alright, for doing that, we get Big Head Ratchet. And also, we're dead. Rip. Nice. Lovely. So the stretch jump is the long jump, but it only counts as a stretch jump if you do it with the helipack. If you're later in the game and you have the rocket pack, the long jump is not a stretch jump. It has to be the long jump with the helipack to do a stretch jump. And it is supposed to be the stretch jump to do the code. Next, we're going to do... Let's do this one over here. Because we don't need a glide, so... Backflip. Hyper Strike. Comet Strike. Double jump. Hyper Strike. Left flip. Right flip. Oh, God! Yeah, no, that fell apart real quickly. Okay. Backflip. Hyper Strike. Comet Strike. Double jump. Hyper Strike, left flip, right flip, crouch. And that gives us Big Head Clank. Alright, next. Left flip, right flip, back flip, Comet Strike, double jump, Comet Strike, Hyper Strike. It's not immediately obvious what this one does. So we're gonna head on over to Al's Robo Shack to take a look. And heading into Al's Robo Shack, if we take a look at Al, yeah, we got big head NPCs. They sure love to have their big head codes in this game, don't they? Okay, the next one. We need to do a stretch jump, backflip, stretch jump, backflip, one more set. God dang it, and of course it goes into a high jump because the controls don't like to cooperate sometimes. Okay, trying again. Stretch jump. That's a side flip! What? Ratchet? Why are you doing this? It's because he's starting to turn around. What the heck? Okay. One more time. We got it this time. Stretch jump. Backflip. Stretch jump. Backflip. Oh, God, fuck! Why am I struggling with these codes? They are surprisingly difficult to put in. Another side flip! Jesus fucking Christ, Ratchet! Work with me here! One. Why? God, I'm putting in the same fucking inputs in the same order and it keeps fucking up on me. It's not registering my R1 every single time, which is really annoying. There's 2 sets. And then end with 1 second crouch. And again, not immediately apparent what that one does, so let's go take a look. We'll have to progress through the level just a little bit. But thankfully it shouldn't be too long till we reach our destination. Alright, gliding down here. Yeah, you can see it already. Big head enemies. Alright, let's get rid of them before they become a nuisance. actually was not aware these guys were gorillas. Alright, next one. We need left flip 4 times, 3-hit combo, hyper strike, right flip 4 times, double jump, and crouch. And this mirrors the levels. Okay, thank goodness it does not mirror the controls. This is going to be very disorienting though. Oh gosh. Next up. Let's see. Comet Strike 4 times. Back... God damn it. Okay, trying that again, because I fucked up the controls. Comet Strike 4 times. Backflip, crouch for a second. Backflip, crouch for a second. Comet Strike 4 times. This one is very handy during combat. So let's see if we can... Oh my. I'd like to find some nanotech to really try this out. We'll probably have to get a little bit further then in order to test it. God, I hate that everything's flipped. This is gonna be so weird. Hi! Go away. Okay. Give me that nanotech. Then I just need to find one more nanotech to do this. Here we go. Oh, actually, it already activated, it looks like. But we'll go again. If you get nanotech with this code on while you're at full health, you'll get temporary invincibility. Not for long, but it is handy during combat. And I'm not gonna go show off how much pain I can't take because, yeah, that wore off pretty quickly. There is one last code we need to activate, and I'm gonna need to make it a little bit further through the level before we can do it. Next up, over here at the training course, where I just went ahead and blew up the Quark robot, but the cutscene didn't play. We have one more code to input. So, let's see, I need to find a good spot to do this from. Right, the level's reversed, god damn it. Okay, so maybe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God, what the heck? Okay, I need to do 3 at a time then. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, double jump. Oh god, fuck! This is a hard one to do, I guess. Holy shit. Because you land and then you're in the perfect position for another wall jump, but I need to do a double jump. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, double jump, hyper strike. God, I did an accidental wrench slice. Fuck. There we go. 10 wall jumps, a double jump, and a hyper strike. gives what's called trippy contrails. It's not too visible here. It'll be a lot more visible when we go to Rilgar. So I'm going to go ahead and continue playing the game and make my way to Rilgar, and I'll meet you there. Alright, so I'm playing through Eudora, and I'm curious, because the suck cannon carries over, but this is where you get the suck cannon, and I can see something floating around over there. What are we gonna get?
Sweet.
We just get the suck cannon again! Nice! Thank you! Haha, love it, game. Incredible. Alright, fair enough. I like that it changes up the on-screen text a little bit. That's fun. Alright, now to continue. This is incredibly silly and I love it. You gotta just watch their heads grow as they emerge from their capsules. What the heck? I love this. Alright, made it all the way through Rilgar. We are at Quark's trailer, and I'm curious because I haven't done the hoverboard race in this playthrough.
Hey, press conference is over. Captain Quark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Oh, you see, my friend and I need to speak to the captain about a matter of galactic security.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it.
But sir, I'm sure the Captain Quark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in, you snap a picture of the captain in his underpants, then you sell a picture to the info tabloid for $1 million bolts.
You've got it all wrong.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 bolts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Quark. So you don't get in unless I get a kickback. In advance.
The big head mode makes that so much more cursed, but I think the cutscene actually is different if you haven't done the hoverboard race. Interesting.
You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door opens.
Captain Quark?
Was that?
It's Ratchet Clank, Captain. You know, from the
Oh, yes, I know who you are.
You do?
Yes, and thank the galaxy you found.
Okay, looks like it's the same from there. I'm surprised that Ratchet introduces himself the same way. It's Ratchet and Clank from the... Because that doesn't quite fit with the fact that they haven't done the hoverboard race, and that sounds like what they were about to say, but okay, whatever. Anyways, hoverboard race. Do not do it. If you want to get lots of money, the best thing to do is not do the hoverboard race. So, this trick, there are several ways to pull it off. I can think of 4, but I only know how to do 3. I've talked about 1 before. Down in the sewers, you use your taunter in a specific location, and eventually you'll start getting bolts to go to you. I'm going to show you where those bolts are coming from. So, we're going to go ahead and pull out our decoy glove. And actually go ahead and set it on quick select just to make it a little bit easier. And we're going to want to head into this corner right over here. Pull the decoy glove, go into first person. Let's see if I can pull this off. I've done it once before. There we go. Alright, using your decoy glove, you can kind of clip through the wall here. Now, which way do I go? I want to say... this way? Game? Camera? No, you know what? I immediately got lost. Dang it. I've done this once before, but I forgot the route to go. Oh good, I'm stuck even. That's just fucking wonderful. Haha, you gotta be careful with this glitch, don't you? Alright, well, let me figure this out. Alright, I am back. I went ahead and turned off the big head mode since those do appear to interfere with the camera a little bit, which makes sense when you see what we're doing. And I need the camera to be under my control for doing this glitch. Okay, didn't quite position that right. So we want it up against us, a little bit to the left, and then we should be able to wedge ourselves in there. If a few wrench hits don't put us in, then we put it in the wrong spot. It's very, very, very precise. I've been able to get it several times in practice, so I'm not sure what the issue I'm having right now is. Oh, there we go. We went right in this time. Okay, so what we want to do is head up against the wall of this building what we wedged ourselves up against. And then keeping the camera low so we can see what we're doing, so we don't fall off. Walk all the way around and through the wall. Then we want to pull out the bomb glove. And we're mostly going to have the bomb glove out for the purpose of its reticle. Its reticle can be pretty helpful for this next part. So, our goal is to land on the roof of this building here. So right around there should be good. Here we go. Okay, want to land on the roof of the building. Then we can head over here. And the racetrack has now loaded in so we can glide to it. And we are now on the racetrack. There are other ways to get on here, and I'll show one right now. The other primary method of getting onto the racetrack is to pull out the hollow guys, which is going to be in gadgets. And then talking to the racetrack host. And yeah, it kind of bugs out and just lets you be on the racetrack. There's a third method which involves... Hang on, let's get back to the track. Or back to the start. This isn't where I wanted to be. But there is a third method that involves platforming around. And I'll show you how to roughly where that starts. But I don't believe you can do it on the PS2 version. I believe the HD ports on the PS3 actually added a few glitches that make it a little bit easier to do. If you want to try it, be my guest. I just haven't figured out how to do it on PS2. Or I'm just not that good at platforming. But the idea is you can either start from on top of some of these boxes, or... Of course that won't work. You can break a lamppost, get on top of it very precisely, and then from there jump onto a tree and climb up onto the rooftops, and then glide down as you did, as we did with the decoy glove method. Finally, I said I would mention the sewer trick for grinding bolts. It uses the same exact boxes from the racetrack. I'm gonna head over there real quick so I can explain it a little bit better. Alright, in the sewers, heading through to the second room where you can use the hydro displacer to drain the water. Heading in here, if you break down this gate, stand right about here, and use your taunter in the correct position and direction, you will start getting a ton of bolts raining down on you. I won't be getting any bolts right here because I've already done the racetrack trick up above. And unfortunately that means the boxes are permanently destroyed. But we happen to be in the perfect spot right here where the boxes we use for the racetrack trick, which you'll be seeing in a few moments, are directly above us. So our taunter actually shoots them down from where we're at. So we can do it as soon as we get to Rilgard. We don't need the decoy glove, and we don't need the hollow guys. But I find this one a little bit more difficult to do. It's a lot easier to position yourself on the racetrack itself, and it's a lot more fun to do it on the racetrack itself. Apparently there's a few spare boxes up there that I'm snagging. Interesting. But yeah, getting onto this racetrack is the hard part. Once you're on it, if you have the taunter and the bolt grabber, you are set. And thankfully the bolt grabber is one of the things that carries over into challenge mode. Now, you don't need the bolt grabber, it just makes it a lot more efficient. So, we are going to run all the way down the racetrack. We have to go forward. We cannot walk backwards or it will respawn us, I think, into the race? Yeah, be careful because you're not supposed to be here on foot. So it's better to go through the course the intended way so it doesn't try to fix this. And actually, it might be a good idea to use our taunter to start clearing out boxes on the way. But the best time to do this, the best time to get onto the racetrack on foot, is before you've ever even done a single race on the racetrack. Because we want to have all of these boxes on the racetrack. They need to all, or as many as possible, need to be here. And unfortunately, if you do the race and destroy some boxes, the boxes you destroy, many of them won't respawn, which is not good. That's not what we want. So we want to come here to between these lights, walk a little bit forward, and I wish I had a rubber band right now, actually. Because that would be helpful. Let's see. I could use my hair tie, but I'm wearing that right now. Do I have a spare around here? Okay, I am back. I found a hair tie, and I'm going to wrap it around my controller. Rubber band will also work, of course. You want to wrap it around your controller so that it tightly holds down the circle button, specifically the circle button, with your taunter out. So my controls may be a little bit funky in a moment. I may start doing some really funky shit. As long as I don't fall off the track, we should be fine. Okay. Get that on there. Nope, not quite. Nope. Hold on. I can get this. It just takes a little bit of effort because this controller is not the best shaped for holding down a button like this. Okay, I'm gonna hook it around the right trigger. Oh gosh. It's very fiddly. No. Okay, we're gonna hook it around the right handle. My goal is to hook this damn controller, hairband. Oh dear. There we go. Around the right handle and the right trigger, between the bumper and trigger, so between R1 and R2. So now it's kind of held in place around the right side of the controller. And now it just gets to rain bolts. This trick can give you, well, it's giving us a fuck ton of money. We are going to need a lot of money between the RYNO and all of the golden weapons. Specifically, let's see, we need... We need 370,000 bolts for all the gold weapons and the RYNO. So I'm going to be here for a little bit. And before I go, I am going to time out how many bolts we are making per second. So I'll start timing at 76,000. And once we hit, let's say 78,000, I'll stop the timer and I can calculate how many bolts per second this is giving. So what's happening is, there's the boxes on the platform way, way above us, just sitting way up in the air on the platform above us. And when the taunter blasts forward, it will hit them and destroy them, adding them to our bolt total. The bolt grabber helps with this, makes it so that we're able to grab the bolts from a larger distance. But those boxes are also supposed to respawn as you go around the racetrack. So they respawn immediately because they're off camera. So every single frame, basically, all the boxes are respawning and giving us their bolts again. And it's lovely. Alright, it took us 66 seconds to get 2,000 bolts. That's 30 bolts a second, or about almost 2,000 bolts a minute. Yeah, 1,800 bolts a minute. This is easily the fastest way to make bolts in the game. Unfortunately, if you do the racetrack and you destroy some of the boxes, once you leave the race, those boxes won't respawn anymore. That's not good. That very much will make this be a much, much slower trick. So usually, if you play through the game and then you come back later to grind out bolts, it'll end up making about like 20 bolts a second. It'll be about as fast as the manual grinding with Clank over at the arena. So, not great. It's definitely preferred to do this before you ever race on the racetrack. But most of the time you're not going to be able to do this, because the easiest method requires you to get the Hollow Guys, which is endgame. So yeah. Usually this trick won't be nearly this fast, but challenge mode, it's a lot easier to get it this fast if you're willing to use the decoy glove trick to get here. Which isn't too bad, it's just a little annoying, and you gotta know exactly where you're going, otherwise you can get stuck in a place. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sit here for a little while. It'll take about 3 hours. If I was starting from 0 bolts, it would take 3 hours. Starting from where I'm at right now, it'll take... we're at 82,000, so it'll take about 2.5 hours. So, I'm gonna sit here for 2.5 hours and let it just rain bolts on Ratchet. And I'll be back a little bit later, once I have all the bolts I will ever need. And we'll go show off the rest of the game. The rest of the bonus episode and the rest of challenge mode. By the way, according to Insomniac as of 2021, doing this glitch is completely canon. Okay, I am back. We are over 370,000. Let's finally silence this game. God, that was loud. Okay, first thing to do after doing anything like this for several hours is save. Because, at the very least, my PS2 is prone to crashing after many hours of playing, of just sitting here idling and grinding out bolts. And I very much don't want to have to do that again. Alright, now let's go ahead and get out of here. And let's get back to the ship. Actually, before we head back
to the Hovercon Intergalactic Hover...
Didn't mean to walk into your cutscene. Before we head back to the ship, I do need to show off the Trippy Contrails cheat, which I unlocked earlier. So, with Trippy Contrails off, the ships look like this. Short contrail behind them, nothing too special. With Trippy Contrails on, those contrails get much longer. It basically just makes the contrails fade out a lot slower. Not too special of a cheat. Not that big of an effect, it only really affects a couple of levels. And only really background elements too. But yeah, so, let's go ahead and get on over to the RYNO. And back out here where we can buy the RYNO, let's finally do it.
RYNO for your robot. Trade you.
No need to see that again. 150,000. Wait, I thought it was 120,000. I remembered wrong. Lovely. So we're gonna have to grind up a few more. 30,000 more bolts for the gold weapons. God damn it.
This thing is heavy.
Yeah, try carrying it around in your trench coat for 2 months.
Thank you, sir. We'll be sure to tell everyone about your services.
Listen, you little twerp. If you tell anyone what you saw or what we talked about,
Do I even have to say it?
yous two have a nice day.
And we got the RYNO. Okay, I guess we only need 25,000 more bolts for the remaining the gold weapons, but that's fine. We'll get to that. Now, let's show off the RYNO. Except my goddamn Agents of Doom already cleared the area out, so I'm gonna go find a good place to show this off. Actually, now that I think about it, there's no better place to show off the RYNO than against the final boss. So I'm gonna go ahead and save showing this off for the end. For now, I'm gonna continue playing through challenge mode, get enough bolts to get the gold weapons, and I'll meet you back to do that shortly. I continued making my way through the game in challenge mode. It's real fucking easy with the RYNO, let me tell you. And returning to Gemlik base, we can climb back up here once again to go to the gold weapons room. And up here, now that we are in challenge mode, all 10 gold weapons are available. On my trip through challenge mode, I've gotten in excess of bolts, so let's get going and buying all of them. Alright, so starting off, we have... Let's go cheap to expensive. So that's probably going to be roughly right to left. A little bit out of order, actually. Alright, so starting with the golden mine glove. It has a larger throw range, so you can throw the mines a little bit further. It does more damage, it has bigger explosions, and it activates when enemies are further away. So previously an enemy may have been like needed to be right here to activate the mine. Now they could be like right here to activate the mine. So yeah, very, very practical upgrade. Next up, where is my golden glove of doom? The Agents of Doom are now bigger, faster, and make explosions when they attack. Next up, we have the gold decoy glove. Toss it out, and it has a different Ratchet design that's supposed to look a lot more menacing because he's hiding in the shadows. It also explodes upon dying, so... That can do quite a bit of damage to enemies. Handy. Next up, we have the golden suck cannon. Hard to show it here, given there are no enemies nearby. But I'll try to show it later. It has double the capacity, and bullets now explode after you fire them, which is great. Next up, we have the... Where's the next one on my list? Here we go, golden bomb glove. Golden bomb glove has a bigger and green explosion with a much wider throw range and does increase damage. Again, really handy, makes it a bit more of a mid-range to long-range weapon. No, mid-range, not long-range. Next up, we have the gold blaster. It fires faster, its projectiles bounce. Oh! And of course it does increase damage. That's handy. Next up, we have the... Where is it? Gold Morpho Ray. I'll have to show this one off in a little bit, but for now it has a faster transformation speed. It turns enemies into a giant chicken, and the chickens go boom. Next up, we have the gold pyrocitor. The gold pyrocitor gives out a green flame, which I have to believe is poison. It has increased range and increased damage, which... yeah, these gold weapons have some really nice upgrades. Next up, we have the gold Tesla Claw. It has green electricity, increased damage, longer range, and I have it listed as having multi-hit. I imagine that means that it hits more times in an enemy stun period, because that's definitely an issue I've run into where it'll hit an enemy and they'll be stunned and they won't take damage again for a little bit. So hopefully that's what I mean in my notes. We'll check that out later, of course. And finally, the gold Devastator. The gold Devastator's rockets will ricochet off their first enemy and find a new target. It has a faster firing speed and increased damage, so now I can attack 2 enemies at once. Of course, all of this can only really be shown off in actual combat. So let's make our way over to Veldin, and we're gonna do a run through Veldin where we just absolutely annihilate everything. In our quick select menu, all of the gold weapons have become, well, gold, which is quite nice. Okay, so we're gonna need the swing shot and the trespasser. Oh gosh, we are also gonna need the Hydra displacer. So we'll go with these for now. Bombs, pyrocitor, gold blaster, glove of doom, and mine glove. And we'll start seeing how they work. Gold mine glove. Quite a decent range. Not quite able to hit multiple enemies at once. Depends on how closely packed they are. If they are closely packed, that can be very good. Like, that is very, very nice. That increased range is super handy. Probably really good for a challenge mode run where you're starting from the start. Let's see. Gold blaster. Yeah, those bullets sure do ricochet and kill that man in a hurry. Oh dear. That was impressive. That was quick for an elite commando to die from the blaster. Let's see that again. Oh my god! Goes through your bullets real fast, but... Next up, we've got the pyrocitor. Oh, that increased range is so nice. Okay, let's... We've got a feel for at least a few of them now, so let's start swapping out, because we got a lot of weapons to get through. Suck Cannon, Devastator, Decoy Glove, and still haven't used these two, so Morpho Ray and Tesla Claw will have to wait. So let's see. Gold Devastator. Let's see how this does. Oh my god! Oh, it just keeps going! Oh, that's not just one extra target, that's many! Oh my god! I haven't actually used the gold weapons before. This is really cool. I love it. Okay. Let's set up our decoy glove close to the commando. Ah, right, okay, that makes sense. It is flying a little bit out of range. Makes sense it wouldn't be able to actually get hit by the explosion, but we can see that over here. It also lasts quite a bit longer too, so that's also really good. Alright, I'm one of— Ow! What the fuck? Okay, fine. Gives us a chance to try out the new suck cannon. Oh, that increased capacity. That increased capacity makes me really happy, because that was one of my main issues with the suck cannon. Unfortunately, there is still gravity to deal with, but... 2 hits! It took 2 hits! Oh my god! These gold weapons are amazing! Alright, Mind Glove next. Oh, that does activate from quite a distance. Oh, wow. Okay, let's lure in a frog. Jeez! Okay! Mind Glove, good! Okay, so we've seen Decoy, we've seen Devastator, we've seen Suck Cannon and Mind Glove. Next is Glove of Doom, and we can swap out for the Tesla Claw and the Morph Array. I'll save the Glove of Doom to a slightly better spot, but let's see. Tesla Claw. Ooh. Yes! Yes, I agree. I agree, Tesla Claw. Oh my god! Okay, yeah, of course that's not gonna work. Let's see. Morph Array. Can we morph the blimp? I think it's gonna be too far away. Yeah. Okay, we'll use the Devastator then for this. Let's try the Morph Array on the tank. This may be a mistake. Yeah, this is definitely a mistake. Oh dear. Gold weapons may be powerful, but they're not a win button. Still need to think about what you're doing. Okay. Alright, Morph Array, let's see what you can do. You can die? Yeah, okay, fair. I guess we can try it against the frogs then. Big chickens! Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that, frog. The chickens explode. Oh, that's lovely. It's almost like another decoy glove. Okay, so let's see. We've seen Tesla Claw, Devastator, we've seen Morph Array, Mind Glove. All that's really left is to really get a good look at the power of the Glove of Doom. Because against these frogs, well, of course it's going to kick their asses. So I guess a good test would be to actually use the Glove of Doom against the tank. still takes 4 shots to take care of a blimp. Unfortunate. And yeah, the other one's just too far away. Let's visibomb it. Alright. Ah, shoot! I literally just said I wanted to try the, Glove of Doom on those tanks. Oh well, I'll make my way through to a point where we can really give the Glove of Doom a good shot. Alright, this might actually be the best place to try it out. So, let's go, Glove of Doom. God, they're so big! Get in there. They're jumping. They're trying to reach it. Dang! I think it took 3 of them, but they were able to take out an elite commando, which is impressive. God, it feels nice how quickly they wipe, the Tesla Claw wipes out these enemies. Alright, I'm gonna keep going through, see if I can find another good spot to try out the Glove of Doom, but I don't think there really is any in this level. You get the idea, though. It's a good weapon. Alright. We've seen how useful these weapons can be against regular enemies. I've set up the 7 that can actually be used against the final boss. So everything except for the Suck Cannon, the Morpho Ray, and the Decoy Glove? I'm not including the Decoy Glove just because there's not really anything too uniquely useful about it. And let's see how this goes. Look at that damage. Tesla Claw just annihilates it. Alright, Drek, get back here. Let me destroy you. Alright, so Tesla Claw is fast. How about the Pyrocitor? Hey, I can actually reach him from a decent distance. Ow! Should've jumped. Should've jumped later. Okay, Pyrocitor still isn't the best, but it's actually doing noticeable damage against him, so that's good. How about the Bomb Glove? That increased range is going to make it so much more useful. Not quite as much as I'd hoped. It is the Bomb Glove. It's an early game weapon. How about that Devastator? Gosh, that is a lot of damage, especially when it ricochets. Alright, Drek. Thankfully, these platforms stay floating for a while, otherwise, I don't know how we'd be able to catch up, because he moves fast. Oh dear.
has come to this. Once I step on this again.
Alright, don't need any of that cutscene. We've already seen it. And let's see. Let's try out the blaster next. Oh, that ricochet is going to be really handy when he pollutes this entire arena with his minions, with his own giant agents of doom. Blaster still doesn't do too much damage. Alright, let's lay out some Mind Glove. Just all over the place. Unfortunately, it looks like he's not quite able to chase Drek down. That's reasonable, actually. Alright then, Glove of Doom. Go for it, my minions! Yeah, I should have figured that. Okay. Get me on the rails. And let's see. Yeah, looks like we've gone through basically all of the weapons. Except for one. Alright, Drek, I'm done playing around. It is time to rip you a new one. One shot from the RYNO launches several missiles, several rockets, as it is a rocket launcher, that will home in on any nearby enemies and just absolutely annihilate them. Ha! It even did damage through his firewall. Look at that damage! He is bleeding health. It's gorgeous. Hey Drek, how about you get off of me? Can I kill him before the timer goes to 0? I can. Well, the RYNO's amazing. God, I love these endgame weapons. The gold weapons, the RYNO, they're all fantastic. Before we go ahead and view the credits, to finish off this Let's Play, let's check out that goodies menu once again, because there's a few more things that we've unlocked. Starting off, we're going to start with the 2 things we unlock for getting all the gold bolts, the making of video.
Prepare to be transported to a brilliant sci-fi universe filled with imaginative characters, high-tech weapons and gadgets, and unprecedented action-packed shooting adventure. Welcome to the brave new world of Ratchet and Clank.
When we started talking about the ideas behind Ratchet and Clank, this character that rockets from planet to planet with weapons and gadgets, well, weapons suddenly jumped to the foreground. Ratchet lives on a backwater planet out in the edges of the galaxy.
He's a tinkerer, loves to put things together and take them apart to see how they work, very curious.
He's got this really strong thirst for adventure. And lucky for him, he gets to meet Clank, which allows him to travel to new worlds.
And Ratchet and Clank meet each other, but they don't necessarily get along.
Ratchet just wants to go out and blow stuff up and have a good time, and Clank is much more serious about accomplishing his goals.
Showcasing an impressive arsenal of state-of-the-art and radical weapons and gadgets, Ratchet and Clank delivers the future of entertainment here and now.
When you get weapons in this game, there's such immediate gratification. You can go out and blow the crap out of everything.
With the gadgets, we wanted to make sure that there was a lot of different options for the player when they're playing to kind of explore a lot of different ways to kind of cause some havoc and destruction.
There's the Tesla Claw, which shoots a bolt of electricity out, which actually picks characters up and throws them mid-air, and they explode. You've got the Suck Cannon, which allows you to suck characters in and hold them and fire them back out. The RYNO is an acronym for Rip Ya a New One, and you just stand back, fire that thing, and it destroys anything in its way.
I love the pyrocitor. I'm not sure what that says about me.
One of the most unique weapons we have is the Visibomb.
It's awfully fun to cruise around the level from the bird's eye view and then target an enemy on the ground and just blow them up.
We were really surprised how quickly Ratchet came together. Ratchet started as this really small, scrappy cat-type thing, then kind of a much taller dog-like creature. And what I ended up doing was actually taking these two forms and putting them together, and that's pretty much how we ended up with them.
As artists, we've set a really high standard for what we want to achieve in this game, but it feels really good to know that programmers, the designers, everybody has set equally high standards.
Everybody who comes on board here is excellent at what they do and have really high expectations of delivering excellence.
When someone plays an Insomniac game, they can see anywhere they look in the game, there's an attention to detail, quality, as well as technical performance that is never lacking.
Developed by Insomniac Games, Ratchet & Clank is the development team's first entertainment venture for the PlayStation 2.
We knew we had to come up with something that was going to raise the bar even farther than Spyro had as far as action platformers went. And that's where Ratchet & Clank came from. We're actually expanding the genre. We're trying to break out of what people typically consider the action platformer or character action game genre.
One of the big differences between Spyro and Ratchet is being able to animate this stuff on the PS2.
In a single level in this game, there's probably more art than was in an entire game on one of our PS1 releases.
Every single level of the game, we bring forth something new for the player to do. By the 5th or 6th level of this game, we are up to the complexity of the strongest titles in the category, and there's a lot of levels in this game.
It's a very deep machine. We've written immense amounts of code and assembly language, probably more than 100,000 lines compared to what we did on the PS1. You know, more by a factor of 10.
We can have very rich, detailed environments. We can have lots of enemies attacking you at once with their different behaviors. The AI has become more complex. With the faster processor speeds, we can have many ships and planes and vehicles just traveling through to breathe life into the environments.
There's loads and loads of stuff wherever you look. There's detail, there's movement, explosions. It's a busy world.
We're not just creating these environments and expecting them to sit there and expecting people to say, wow, your polygons are so pretty. The point is, it's alive, and there's a lot going on. It's not a static universe, it's an interactive universe, and you interact with it.
This game has a lot of great things: art, technology, design, power from the PlayStation 2, but the best part of it is you get to blow shit up.
With a team of talented designers, programmers, artists, and animators, Insomniac Games raises the bar and delivers another captivating game only for the PlayStation 2.
When I tell people about what I do for a living, like, that's not work. It's fun.
The Insomniacs don't take themselves too seriously, and people love to come to work and just have a good time, and I think that really is shown in our characters.
Look, plumber's crack.
What did you just say?
I said, look, the plumber's back.
All right, wise guy.
We, as a company, are committed to giving our games a lot of humor. We use a little bit more sarcasm, and the humor's a little bit more biting.
With an immense arsenal of gadgets and weapons, innovative gameplay mechanics, an evolving economic system, unparalleled technology, and vibrantly detailed graphics, Ratchet & Clank is a galaxy-stomping, adrenaline-soaked masterpiece.
We've gone out of our way to make this thing the largest, loudest, most active world we could possibly think of.
What Insomniac has done with this game blows my mind every time I see it. Like, I just sit in awe and stare at the visual material, and just the all-encompassing feel that this game offers.
There are a lot of things that the players have to do, a lot of things that players have to keep in mind, but when it comes down to it, it's really just about blowing shit up.
Blow up a lot of shit.
Blow up. Blowing shit up.
Ratchet and Clank, coming to a galaxy near you.
Oh my gosh, the early UI on the suck cannon is the main thing I take away from that video. What the heck? Oh, a lot of the early beta UI was wild, but fun little video talking about the development of Ratchet and Clank. It's basically an ad for the game. Next up, we have the actual ads for the game.
That is Corey. He's helping us with our inflatable decoy test for Ratchet and Clank. Oh, man.
The inflatable decoy, one of 36 weapons and gadgets not fit for this world. Rated T for teen.
I feel like they should have made an ad for every single weapon. Also, wow, that was fucked up.
Okay, Pete here is going to try to hit, hold on, that target with the Devastator, a rocket launcher designed for Ratchet and Clank. Oh, man!
Oh! The Devastator, one of 36 weapons and gadgets not fit for this world. Rated T for teen.
Is it 36 weapons and gadgets? It's 6 what? I'm gonna have to go back and count, actually. I'm curious about that.
That is the morph array, and that, of course, is Jerry. The morph array is used in Ratchet and Clank to turn your enemies into chickens.
No, wait, before you do that, just explain to me how it's gonna work.
Oh, it worked. Jerry's a chicken. Are you sure we can turn him back? Jerry?
The Morph Array, one of 36 weapons and gadgets not fit for this world. Rated T for teen.
That can't be all the ads they produced, right? Those are pretty good. They're kind of messed up and bad, but I enjoy them. Yeah, I'm gonna go check real quick how many weapons and gadgets we have. It's 5 by 3, so 15, plus 6. It's 21, not 36. Hang on. 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 29. I guess if you count the items, that hits 37. Though I actually forget what this one is. I've done all the objectives. Oh well. We still have a few more options in our menu to check out. We've got the sketchbook, containing all of the concept art for the game. I'm going to go through. Not going to linger too much on anything, just wait for that text to scroll by. And then as that text finishes, I'll proceed so you can pause, read it yourself, take a look at the art. I'm not reading it out. Because there is a lot of concept art. And I think I accidentally skipped some text on one of these. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Alright, that's the sketchbook, a bunch of concept art from the game. Always really fun development details in those. I love the development information that they put in as a bonus at the end of the game. It's great. And finally, the epilogue, everything that happens after the game finishes. Ratchet, the furry mechanic who created a panic. Okay. Deadly Gadgets, top 10 gift ideas for this holiday season. I was on reverse. Racetrack Tragedy claims 5 robots. Yeah, we've got a bunch of magazines, and I'm really happy about this. Also, oh gosh. The magazine name for this one is Details. Oh god. Of course, we have a tabloid here. A skid hooked on Nano. Nanotech keeps you alive when you get attacked, so I would hope he's on Nanotech, given the shit he's been through. I'll do anything for a few bolts. Quark. Interestingly, Quark is spelled correctly here, instead of incorrectly, which is the canon. Ratchet's love interest. The shocking news about Drek and the race was fixed. I don't know why those three are all lumped together like that. An ad for the RYNO? Morpha Ray ends galactic hunger. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. Also, what's the date? Marthtember? 5354. Okay, so the year is 5354. Good to know. Popular plumbers. Congratulations, Clank, on winning Prime Robot of the Year. Reader digested. Oh no. Oh no, Darla. At least she found happiness. I'm pretty sure a character in the movie and the remake game was actually based on this character right here. Free stuff for only $2.99. Oh gosh, these are fun. Home and bunkers. Oh my gosh, they're auctioning off Quark's estate. And they got a movie! Nice! Oh dear. I might get in trouble for showing this one. And yeah, that's all of it. Lots of fun crap in there. I love it very much. But with that, let's blow up Drek's planet and finish the game. That is it for Ratchet & Clank. Thank you everyone for joining me. This has been an absolute delight. And I will see you all next time for the postmortem, and then after that for the next Let's Play.
Phew, that was close.
Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. And before we leave for good...
I'm very impressed. You beat Drek again. If you choose to start another new game, I will create another new save game for you.
Our status screen. We have everything, and we are done. Have a wonderful day.